I have been wanting to make a serape tumbler for a long time, and I saw one this morning scrolling through my Tumblr groups, and I was like, today's the day. So these are the inks I'm going to use. I like Bria Reese a lot. You can get them at Michael's easily. Some Hobby Lobbies have them. I feel like mine has stopped. And then I have just some alcohol so that I can rinse my paintbrush in between. I cannot find my little paint wells, which would be way more convenient. So for now, I'm just going to use little medicine cups. I'm going to put a few drops of whatever color I'm working on at a time and just literally hold my brush steady and let it go around. I'll probably have to re-dip and blah, blah, blah. Just like that, okay? So I'm going to put this on fast mode and I'll show you how it turns out. I'm really fighting with how this bled together. So I'm mostly erasing it. That's air quoted there. That little spray bottle has 90% alcohol in it. I just can't get this on there like I need it to be. That's pretty good. Now I can go back over it and it won't really be all gross and weird like it was starting to look. I just couldn't recover that particular spot right there. I still need to fix this here, but I'm gonna wait until I get further along because I'm sure there's gonna be more spots that I need to fix. But those right there were just looking real ugly. So I just wanted to show you how you could at least get the bulk of it off. Of course, it's going to stain the base paint, but that's okay. So we're going to go back over that with the orange and the turquoise again in a little bit, but not right now. Here's where we are. It is not perfect. I am already well aware of that. You can actually see kind of these vibrations because my motor is old and it's not perfect. And it makes these little micro vibrations. I'm not stressing about that. So now that I have my stripes on here, the one thing I just realized I need to still do this middle piece right here, and then I'll be done with the actual adding colors. But what I'm gonna do is get my brush very slightly damp with alcohol. And you can see that I have a little bit of color left on here. I'm just gonna go right along these lines right here of this particular color to kind of blend, not really blend, but just smooth them out. Oh, it's too dry. Kind of smooth out these lines. There's so many variations you can do. If you're not part of any Tumblr groups, I highly recommend that you join a bunch of them because people share their pictures of their finished work and you get some really good inspiration there. As you're going over these right here at the seams, you will end up picking inks from some of these other colors. So like you can see where I did that right there on accident. I'm hoping that that'll smooth out pretty good whenever I go over that one. Just be aware of that. Clean your brush in between each of these little steps of the blending or the smoothing out of the inks right there. very slightly damp. I'm gonna show you another one right here. I've got kind of a lump of ink right here that I'm trying to smooth out. So I'm gonna let it rotate a couple times around while I work on smoothing that out. There it goes. Slowly but surely. And then once I get that kind of smoothed out a little bit better, I'm gonna go right at the edge of the color. That little spot right there is what I was working on. The hardest part about this whole thing is holding your hand steady. Oh my gosh. And you very quickly realize how much the cup kind of wobbles a little bit. Like, it's always there, but man, whenever it's like prominent because you're so close with a paintbrush, it is so much more obvious. I feel like it's definitely worse towards the end. Okay, so now I'm gonna go like right over, I'm gonna split right here, just so I can kind of smooth out any weird spots there and catch any little spots that I might have missed. Yep, just like that. I knew that there was a spot that I had missed. Again, these don't have to be perfect. It's okay, it's handmade. Plus, it's almost impossible anyways, unless you're doing like a vinyl wrap or water slide. Like, it's pretty close to impossible to get perfect. So the more you do them, the better you'll get. Like I said, I've been wanting to do one of these for a while, so obviously I haven't done very many of these. The tutorial version of this has been on my list for a while. So I'm just going to continue smoothing out these inks. And then once I'm done with that, if you've seen any of my other ink videos, you know I have the worst luck when it comes to my inks messing up if I don't seal them with Mod Podge. There are plenty of people that just let it dry, and then I guess the spray paint gods are on their side. I don't really know. But every single time I have tried to not seal my inks, even waiting a week for something to dry or whatever, it backfires. So once I get done with that, I'm just gonna seal this and then epoxy it, and that is it. I might throw a decal on here. We'll see. Play it by ear. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I like how there's a couple of spots that are kind of faded throughout the whole thing. I am not worried about that at all. One thing I did do, I took a paintbrush that was just completely dry and I got it damp, and then I just kind of ran it, just held it steady while it went around, cleaned it off, did another spot, and I feel like that also helped get some of those spots a little smoother. So you'll find what works for you. But I'm digging this overall design. I feel like it's really screaming for maybe a cactus or something. Maybe like a cocopelli. I don't know. We'll see. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. I only check comments about once a week just because otherwise I'm on my phone all the time. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. And I hope you have a good one.